have you ran into any tarantulas yet out here in this junk? Because like she said, it is the junk.
There was a tarantula in here. There was a tarantula in my house, and when I came down that Monday to look, I saw something move under the refrigerator. But you know how sometimes you're half asleep. I'm like, okay. Wednesday night, I come down here. That tarantula's over in the corner looking at me with this little.
What's up, everybody? Cartez Ross here, hanging back out with Miss JoJo. Y'all remember her from last time, one of the most popular interviews that we had. She's been here for a year now.
Yes.
We were just talking a moment ago about it just felt like we were just unloading her truck a couple of months ago, and it's been a year. So what's your, how are you feeling a year later? Still excited?
I'm still excited. There's still things that I want to accomplish, but I accomplished a lot in 1 year.
Wow.
I was talking to somebody, and it was like, okay, you did this. I got my residency for the next 3 years.
Okay.
Still excited. It's just a lot, still a lot going on. So yeah, it just flew by. It just flew by.
I know in the previous interview, we talked briefly about you broke down a little bit in Walmart, kind of.
The crybaby in Walmart.
How is that? How are you feeling now? How long ago was that about?
That was in, I want to say October.
October. Wow. So
our interview was in, I think, September.
Dang, that's a year ago.
Yeah.
Ooh, so feeling much better, feeling more confident now.
More confident as far as the language skills. My language skills are much better.
Okay.
Of course, I'm not fluent. I can hold a little bit of a conversation. Okay. As long as I'm attentive about what you're saying. You know, you have to have a Spanish ear. So as long as I'm trying to understand what a person is saying to me, I'm good. I do have to take more classes. You're not going to learn it unless you're adamant about learning. You're not going to learn it in 1 year. You're not going to be fluent in 1 year. So
would you say the classes have been helpful? Very
helpful. Very helpful.
And would you recommend others do that?
Yes. Do not rely on, Google Translate.
Yeah, the apps.
Yeah, because half the time they don't work anyway.
That's true.
And people, they're like, oh, you should do Google Translate. Well, when you're in that bind, your Wi-Fi is out.
How often were the classes that you were taking?
They varied. So when I initially started, and I paid a pretty penny, but I had classes every day for 3 hours.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Was that a lot? Was it intense?
Yeah, it was too intense for me. And then we made an arrangement where I started having classes 3 times a week, an hour for those 3 days. Okay. So it was much better. And it was online.
Okay.
Towards the end, it was online. So I haven't gone back yet because there's a lot of things that I want to take care of before I go back. And I'm going to try to learn on my own.
There you go. I was at a restaurant Sunday in Chelem, met a guy, had been here for 14 years, and his Spanish was probably hanging around 25% or so.
Really?
Yeah, he said he took a lot of classes, and he's an older guy. He was just like, man, my brain just can't seem to get. But when I was listening to him talk to the waiter, I'm like, man, your Spanish sound good. If I could speak like that, I'd be extremely happy. You know, but even after 14 years later, he still says he still have challenges speaking, but he says it hadn't taken away from his quality of life, but believes quality of life would be even better once he picks up the rest. But in his defense, he did say he really wasn't proactive after the first 2 years of taking classes. So he just kind of hung along.
And then you have to realize that the people here in Yucatan, their Spanish and their grammar is totally different from the rest of Mexico. And I hate to say it, I've been told a couple of times, people from Querétaro, Mexico City, sometimes they don't even understand the people here in Yucatan. So their inflections, their grammar, sometimes even the words that they use, they're not familiar with other people from other areas of Mexico.
Wow.
So you have to keep that in mind too.
That's true. I guess it's almost like living in the South, in the United
Exactly.
States. You know what I mean?
Yes.
When folks come from the north, they come down. We talking about y'all and you know the people up in the north. You know, get out of my car.
My people
you
are
know
peachy. Yeah, so I understand. Yeah.
So you're feeling a lot more confident. I've noticed on your channel you've been kind of traveling around and about getting out and whatnot.
That's my goal. Once I settle here, is to travel around Mexico. So to see different places. We're thinking about traveling to Vivian. You've interviewed Vivian. But we're thinking about going to Tulum.
Okay.
For a weekend to go see. I think there's a museum there. There's this fabulous museum there, and then another girlfriend of mine, she wants to go to Campeche.
Okay.
So my goal is to travel around Mexico on my downtime.
Wow.
So.
How have you felt in terms of comfort and safety with the traveling you've done so far already?
I hadn't had any problems. I haven't had any issues with my safety, but that's me as a police officer, a former police officer. I know how to handle myself. One, two, I'm aware, for the most part, I hope that I still am, but I'm aware of my surroundings and I pay attention.
Okay.
So for me, it hasn't been an issue.
Okay. And so, again, I watch your video. In fact, what is your channel? So in case y'all want to follow her, how would they find your channel?
JoJo is out. So yeah, you can type it in all as one word. JoJo is out, and you should be able to find my channel. It's Pink Shoes. I'm not going to say the name of the brand because I don't want to mess up your channel. But you should see Pink Shoes in the channel. JoJo is out.
And I'm going to put a link in the description and in the comments area below. So make sure y'all go subscribe because she is out for real. JoJo is out. She's out there and showing y'all things and sharing things. So definitely hit the subscribe button. So you have a tribe. You found your clique. How difficult was that? Was it difficult finding friends, and how did you? And I know you kind of shared some of that strategy before, but how did you meet some of these folks? And
so the majority of the people that I met was on a Saturday walk. I'm not going to mention, because of their privacy, I'm not going to mention where the walk is.
Okay.
But I met a lot of people on a Saturday walk, and we have clicked ever since. Again, Vivian, when I came down here, I met her. We've been like two peas in a pod ever since then. Trey, what's up, girl? Saren, I met in a word exchange.
Okay, word exchange. What is it?
I mean, a language exchange.
Okay.
And she went there to learn how to speak Spanish, but her Spanish is just amazing. She just speaks to the locals, and they swear up and down that she's from the Yucatán, but she does not think that she speaks. Her Spanish is up to par. I beg to differ. And then other people I've met through the walk and other functions and other events. So yeah, but you have to be purposeful on that. You can't stay in the house. Lately, I have been staying in the house because of the rain and the driving situation, because I no longer live in a close area to Merida.
Okay.
So, and I'm sure you are aware of the accidents and things like that. So I don't want to be in traffic like that. So that's why I haven't been out as much. But you have to be purposeful about going out and meeting people and being social. You cannot stay in your house because it's not going to be good for you.
It's not going to be good. Yeah. It's important. I mean, there is the opportunity to meet others and hang out, have a good time, and it's just not good to stay in the house. And oftentimes the people that end up leaving are the ones that we find that just lock themselves up in the house. They're a recluse, which I'm a recluse. You know, I don't mind it, but hey, we're social people, man. You got to get out there and people have similar goals and similar dreams, and you just got to find the people that you click with, and they are out there.
They are out there.
They
you
are.
just have to look. You have to look.
Exactly. So I got some questions. Go
Before
ahead.
you start, I just met 2 lovely ladies, and guess where they're from? Delaware. They're from
really?
Delaware. Yes, I've met people from Delaware, and that's because hanging out with Vivian, because I went out. So they're slowly but surely going to be part of my tribe as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
So your people are going to be out there, man. I promise you.
Yes,
your
you have to
people
look
are out
for
there. You're going to find them. Exactly. Now, Vivian, we're doing a follow-up interview with her as well.
Good.
Has taken some swimming classes. Have you taken those classes yet?
No.
No.
Okay. And I've explained, and she's such a good salesperson. And Erica, I love you. You're a very nice woman. I don't want to get my hair wet. It takes forever for my hair to dry. 2, I'm somewhat of a germaphobe. So I'm thinking you taking a bath with somebody else's water. So I have to get over that hurdle.
Okay.
So I haven't
Understandable. She almost got me sold on taking those swimming classes as well. I'm like, I'm on the edge.
You're right.
But I don't know. I swim basically. Very, very basic swimming. So I got some questions here, and sorry for these notes. I just want to make sure we get them covered and asked and whatnot. Mm-hmm. You were renting for a year, right? Did you make it a full year in that place?
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So after renting for a year, what was you bought it? She bought a home here in Conkal. She's living out here in Conkal. So the question is, what was the moment or key factor that made you decide it was time to purchase a home in Mexico?
It was several key factors. One, my neighbors there in the rental area, it was getting a little iffy. A lot of the machismo. Mexico is a what's the word that I want to use? Although our president is a woman, the machismo, the masculinity is still out there. So I was starting to have issues with some of my neighbors because I was doing things as far as building walls or adding onto my wall, and one of my neighbors was not happy about that and complained to my landlord, even though I talked to my landlord about it. And then other things were going on as far as the construction. They like the catcalling. I didn't want to deal with that.
Okay.
And then the economy in the States made me, the dollar was starting to decline. So when I came here, I think at one point in time, the dollar for every 21 pesos was $1. It was beautiful.
It was good.
It was good. Really good. It was really good. And then I went to the States, came back, and then started noticing that it was slowly but surely dropping. So I said, no, I got to start looking for a house because it was going to be really expensive.
Yes, and it's bad now. I mean, what is like getting for every dollar you were getting about $18.35, $18.40,
and every point counts. I mean,
it does.
Every point counts. So
I'm gonna hop back to the machismo thing, the catcalling. You mentioned that at her place they were still doing a lot of construction, so you had a lot of guys out there building the homes, adding it to another phase of the development, so there would be a lot more construction going on more than normal. Was it a constant thing? How did it make you feel uncomfortable? Share it all.
Okay. So there was one particular guy that his name was Miguel. I met him and we were having a conversation. And the reason why I wanted to get comfortable with talking to the locals. I wanted to get comfortable with having conversations with the locals. So we're having, I'm thinking, an okay conversation.
Yeah.
Days, a week go down the line. I wave at him. He says hi to me. Then all of a sudden, and I think I mentioned this in one of my videos, he wanted to get physical. He wanted hugs from me. Okay, I don't know you like that.
Yeah.
And then it got even worse because the construction guys were out, and all of a sudden I hear, "Hey, JoJo." I'm like, "I don't know you.
Yeah.
I didn't introduce myself to you, so how do you know my name?" So I knew there was time. And then there's a video where I'm walking and I'm talking, and all of a sudden you hear, "JoJo, I love you." I'm like, ooh. What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it was time to go.
Time to go.
It was time to go.
Any advice or words of wisdom on how to deal with that?
I'm going to say, if you do find yourself in that situation where you're having a conversation with someone, don't give them your real name.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Because he kept saying, "Your real name's not JoJo." No, it's not. But you don't need to know it. Don't give them your real name. Let them know that you're living with someone, even if you're not living with anyone. Let them know about your 80-pound pit bull that's going to bite you, because everybody was afraid of Tansy. Don't go anywhere, especially at night, by yourself. Merida is very, very safe, but if you're not paying attention to your surroundings, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah, good advice. And you know, I have 3 daughters here as well, and the area that we live in, which is right down the street from you, there's a lot of construction going on, and so particularly on Friday nights, Saturday nights, a lot of the construction guys.
At the 7-Eleven? Oh my God, it's a party.
Yeah, it's a party. It's a party. And so when my daughters walk to 7-Eleven, or if I drive them to 7-Eleven, all of these guys are hanging out in the back of the construction trucks, and they're catcalling, you know, trying to holler, you know, and and the same thing that you just said. Hey, don't give them your real name. Just keep it moving. Let them know. Tell them, hey, I'm 15, 16.
What I do notice is that I had a couple of male friends here as well. If they think that you're with that male friend, they'll leave you alone.
Exactly.
They'll respect the male, but they won't respect you if they think that you're not with anyone. So I would let them think that you, again, I think I just mentioned that you are with someone here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Because even when, like you said, when I walk with them into the store, you don't hear nothing.
Exactly.
Not a thing. And I notice now sometimes when I drop them off at the store, pull them in the parking lot, because they see us going there all the time, a lot of the guys. And we, gotten to know some of them. If they come, if they just see them walking, they looking around to see if I'm around. I'm like, hey, little. So okay, well, I'm glad you brought that up. Because I definitely would like people to know the real experience and some of the things that they might encounter. So you're in Conkal. Why did you settle on Conkal specifically over other popular areas like Merida Central or beach towns? Was there anything that specifically drew you out here to this area?
I did a scouting event in November of 2023, I believe, and I liked Cholula and Conkal.
Okay.
I knew that I wanted to be in this area 2 years ago.
Anything about this area that drew you in, or you like?
I think one of my neighbors kind of confirmed it. It still feels like old Mexico.
Yeah.
And the biodiversity here, he's a professor of animal genealogy.
Oh.
Yes. Professor Rodriguez. Hey. And one of the things he pointed out, he goes, yeah, if you see a lot of the bird variety here, because I don't know if you paid attention to all the birds that are out here.
Oh, yeah, mind-boggling.
Yes. He said that's a good area to be in. And that it's still kind of like a jungle here.
Yes.
So yeah, I knew I wanted to be in this area 2 years ago. So And then he just confirmed it with the information that he provided.
Have you ran into any tarantulas yet out here in this jungle? Because like she said, it is the jungle.
All right, Is she out there? Yeah, there she is, right there. So there was a situation where I usually at night I close up everything, but for some reason I left the sliding glass door open. The screen door was closed, but the sliding glass door was open. I went to bed. Something said come downstairs to make a little hot toddy or whatever, and the screen was open because she decided that she wanted to go outside. My cat decided that she wanted to go outside. In the interim of her going outside, she let a tarantula in. God. There was a tarantula in here. And let me just tell you, from Monday night, because that was around Monday evening into Wednesday evening, there was a tarantula in my house.
Damn.
There was a tarantula in my house. And when I came down that Monday to look, I saw something move under the refrigerator. But you know how sometimes you're half asleep. I'm like, okay, there's nothing there. And I threw some hot water on there. I did a little video on it. I threw some hot water underneath there, and I went right back to bed because I'm thinking I'm hallucinating. Wednesday night, I come down here. That tarantula's over in the corner looking at me with his little paws up, and that's what they call them, paws. And I'm like, and I know my neighbors heard me screaming. I know they heard me screaming, but I know they didn't want to deal with it. But I got my broom and hit it a couple of times, killed it, and just swept it out. But there are tarantulas here. I'm okay with snakes. I used to have snakes as pets, but tarantulas is that walking thing that freaks me out. There were two more in the corner where her kitty litter is out, just sitting in the corner. It's yeah. Don't come to the jungle if you don't want to deal with tarantulas. And they're not tiny here.
Yeah, them things huge.
They are not tiny here. And now what is October?
Yeah.
From October to December is mating season.
Yeah.
So you're going to see them.
Yeah, you're going to see them running across the street at night when you drive.
They move fast.
Fast. Oh my God, I remember. But the good thing is when the season is over, they just completely disappear. They'll be gone. Like they were never here, and I remember when I saw my first one, and he was outside in the driveway, and we were scared to go around him to come into the house. And but we eventually made it into the house, and I came through and sealed every crack, crevice that I could find. I don't know if he had gotten into my house, I probably would have left. I would have been gone.
I was thinking about burning the house down, collecting your insurance, just going back to the state. I don't know. If that thing would have, and thankfully I blocked the refrigerator, but if that thing would have crawled right back under the refrigerator, I don't know what I would have done.
God.
I don't know.
Oh man. Wow.
And they don't jump; they just move rather fast. Some people say that they don't bite, but they have hairs on their face, and they can throw their hairs.
Oh, really?
They can throw their hairs.
I didn't know that.
Not all of them, but I don't want to find out which ones that can.
God.
So, yeah.
Wow. So, you in the previous place, you were not in a privada. You are in a privada now. Privada, for those of you all that don't know, is like a gated community. There's a guard that lets people in and out and check and verify. Some privadas have amenities and different things. Do you any feedback on privada living versus non-privada living?
Okay. In the beginning, I was in a residencia. What I've noticed is if you're living in a residencia or if you're living on the street, you have to have gates on your windows or a gated driveway. I really didn't like that.
Okay.
And anyone can knock on your door. That happened a lot there. People just knocking on your door, selling stuff. Yeah. And if you're not familiar with anyone, you're a little alarmed about that. We were just having a conversation that there is a Airbnb here and some people could knock on the door. Don't knock on my door. Just don't. Please don't. But I love the fact that there is security. Every hour they drive around. they could be higher walls, nice high walls. I don't need the gates or the bars on my wall, on my windows. I don't want that because it's just a lot of natural light here. So I preferred a privada because it felt more safer for me because of what I experienced living in the residence. I know a lot of people don't like privadas here.
Now that I've been out of it, my privada,
okay,
I think I probably will end up moving back into one when we buy a bill. For some of the reasons you just said, I mean, Sunday, there were some people knocking on my door. Buenos dias, and they would not go away.
Jehovah's Witnesses?
Well, that was 2 months ago that Jehovah's Witnesses came by.
I already know about them.
You know what I mean?
Love y'all, but don't knock on my door.
You know, but this time, there was some ladies selling some tickets. I couldn't really make out what they were trying to sell the tickets for. But yeah, they come through, they knock on the door, they trying to sell you stuff. We get that regularly now. Somebody selling solar panels, somebody selling all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, the flyers left on your door.
Exactly. When I put my trash outside, some of the street dogs would get to it and knock it over, and I gotta go clean it up. And my trash is thrown all over the street, and then sometimes it's not even my trash; it's the neighbor's trash.
Right.
And it blows into my yard. But in a privada, you know, they keep the dogs out. And
we have dogs that just come in here.
Oh, really?
They come in here. They sneak in because of the construction that's going on. They sneak in, but they're smart because they know if they're seen, they'll get in trouble. So as soon as they see a human or someone walking their dog, they sneak out. Yeah, they just take off. You just see them running like a ghost. But yeah. And we don't put our trash out until the day of. The day of,
okay. Yeah, that's we put ours out the day of the night because our trash guy gets here like at 6 a.m. So we'll put it out the night before around 11. I mean, between that time, the dogs would get to it. But in our other privada, if the dogs came in, they went and chased those dogs.
Okay.
Yeah, because one of my daughter, her and her friend were walking through Conkal, and a dog followed them into the privada, and the guy thought it was our dog, and so later on they saw the dog roaming around. They came knocking on our door. You need to come get your dog. Or we're gonna fine you, and you're gonna pay this, and it's And so we were trying to explain to her it wasn't our dog, and they followed her into the thing.
They watch those cameras.
Exactly. They watching your speed.
Yes.
Hey, you going too fast.
Yes, there's cameras all up in this privada.
All up in there. So for the security and the peace of mind, I like I said, I think I probably would end back up in the privada. For example, we'll probably go home for a couple of weeks during Christmas. You know, and sometimes because of the weather here, if you leave your windows and doors shut, you can come back to a place with mold and mildew. But at least in the privada, for the most part, you can leave your windows cracked and you not have to be worried about somebody breaking in because of the security. You know, so I mean, there's a lot of pros, you know, and the cons that I complained about. It ain't right. I'd rather not. I don't want nobody knocking on my damn door.
Right, exactly. I think one of the cons is sometimes they're very strict about who they let in, but that's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Exactly.
Like you sent me a message, make sure they know who I am and coming in
here.
Yeah. I don't think we had any problems with them.
None. You know, because if you don't call ahead and let them know that somebody's coming, they're not going to let them in. You know, and so, you know, like she said, I was like, hey, make sure, because I didn't want to get up there to the front and, you know, my bad Spanish trying to explain where I'm trying to get into and blah, blah, blah. But I came in, told them my name, told them where I was coming. They're like, oh, Cartier Ross, come on through.
Yeah, and I'm the only black person here.
Really? So, I didn't know that.
Yes,
really?
So they know me. It's like they know me personally. When I go pick up my I pick my electric bill up from the front gate. I just go there. They just pull it out. I don't even have to say anything. Yeah. So, yeah.
I love
I'm
it.
a little oddity here.
Hey. So the privada, they have parks in here, place to walk your dog.
Yes.
Any other features?
So they have 2 small children's parks. They have an area for paddleball, a half basketball court, and that's it. That's so far. It's not much of amenities. Now, when I was at the Residencia, I did have the opportunity to have like an outside gym to work out.
Okay.
There's not really anything here. They're supposed to have a lagoon and a cafe and a store. That's probably not projected to get finished for another 6 months. But that's one of the selling points here when you come here. I think, if I remember correctly, the fee is maybe 1,500 pesos. It's a little steep.
Okay.
It's a little steep. But the one great perk that I love, and I try to utilize it once a week, is we have a private beach house that's associated with this property. You went there.
I went there. It's nice.
It's nice.
Drinks and food.
They don't have food there anymore.
They don't?
No, they stopped. So you can bring your own drinks. You can bring your own food.
Okay.
Your own food. So Vivian and the girls and I, sometimes we go there. We try to go there once a week. But yeah.
Wow, that's nice. So yeah, I mean, check out, consider privada living. Like I said, I live outside of a privada now, and I do feel safe, but like you say, a lot of annoyances with people knocking on the door could be an issue for you. The flex, you do have a lot more leeway on what you can do on your property outside of a privada, and for the most part, in the house, you can pretty much do whatever you want in the house, in the back of the house, inside of a privada. You can.
Not here.
Clarify, please.
So, what I know is we were having a discussion about my pool. I have to get an engineer, to work up plans to raise my pool, and I have to send those plans to the privada people for their approval.
Yes. I didn't know that.
Anything I build in the back of my house, I need approval before I do it. So that's a downfall, I guess. That's a con. But there's an area here, like where the cat is right now, that's considered inside.
Okay.
So if I wanted to block that off, that would be considered inside, and I can do anything that I want. But anything outside of the flooring, that's outside, and I need permission.
Ooh.
Any permanent structure, I need permission.
So make sure you read the bylaws in these privadas, so that way you know what you're getting yourself into. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
I thought you could do whatever you wanted out there in the back. Is this home permanently?
This is home permanently. As far as financing, I sold the house that I had in the States to buy this house.
Okay. Was it so here, because we are in Merida, we're close to the coast. You had to purchase the property through a trust.
Correct.
Also known as a fideicomiso. Can you share your experiences with that? Was it difficult? What is it, if you are able to explain in your terminology?
So that process was so simple, it was scary. I decided I wanted to buy it. When I saw this house and finally decided that I wanted to buy it, it only took 3 weeks for me to have ownership of or have the keys to this house. It was so simple, it was scary. So of course you would have to get a lawyer. Always go through a lawyer.
Yes.
When it comes to a fideicomiso, you're going to have to get a real estate agent. As far as payment for the real estate agent, you don't have to find it out from Sandy. You don't have to pay them. Whomever you buy the property from pays the real estate agent. So that is a fee you don't have to worry about. However, you do have to worry about the notary for the fideicomiso. You have to pay that. You have to worry about the taxes, which is 6% of the property. If you're looking to buy just a lot, it's cheaper to buy the lot. You'll pay the 6% for the lot, and then you can just build on a property, and you don't pay any taxes once you build on a property.
Really?
Yeah. So it's cheaper.
Okay.
You're going to have to pay for an appraiser. I thought the appraiser was in the interest of me, but the appraiser is in the interest of the government.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind. You're going to have to pay your attorney as well. I'm trying to think, there was one more. Pay the bank for I think I mentioned that. Pay the bank, the notary. The bank and the notary are two different things.
Okay.
And the taxes. But I budget for 10% of the cost of the house.
Okay. And
so
that covered everything.
That covered everything.
You with a trust, so you own the property through a trust. You still have complete control over the property. You can sell it. You can pass it to the heirs. All of that stuff is yours to do with as you please. Okay.
Well, and I do want to make sure you are aware you're going to be paying the bank every year for the trust. You pay for the trust every year. You need, if you have someone listed as your beneficiary, you need to let them know that say something were to happen to you, that they're going to have to pay for the trust to have it transferred over there to their name, and I think that's like $1,500.
Okay, yeah.
So if they don't do that, the government will take the property.
So, like she said, get the advice, have a lawyer, which was going to be my next question. Were there any other professionals that were essential to your purchase?
Just those, the lawyer, the real estate agent, the notary, the bank, and the appraiser, which I never even met.
Okay. Who was the lawyer, if you don't mind me asking?
Valeria.
Okay. Yeah, and we recommend those guys, Valeria, Arturo. Very great. I'm assuming you had a great experience with them.
I love them. They helped me out so many times. Matter of fact, I have to change my address because my lease ended just last month, so I have to do it within 90 days. But yeah, they just do everything for it, as long as you pay them, of course. Because I don't feel like.
Yeah, I don't want to be bothered with it.
I don't feel like. That's why I hired you. I don't want to. No, I don't feel like being bothered with all of that stuff. If you can afford it, get somebody else to do that stuff.
Exactly. I was trying to get my RFC number by myself, and they say it's simple, but I couldn't even get an appointment. Like 8 weeks later, I'm still waiting on the appointment just to go to the SAT office. And so I finally broke down and called them up, and they were like, hey, we can go to Campeche and get your RFC number in the next 3 days. Yeah. And they came and picked me up and drove me to Campeche, which is like 2 hours away, and got there. Our appointment was at 10 a.m. I was out of there by 12:30 with my RFC number. They referred me off to a bank to go open up a bank account, went and did that. And like you say, some things, people online, you can do it yourself. I'm like, well, I tried it. And it's a nightmare.
And I'm not dismissing what they do as far as the cost that they charge, but compared to the States, it's nothing.
Exactly.
It's nothing.
Exactly. And I didn't even want to drive to Campeche. I was like, I don't even want to drive. They came and picked me up. I just hate. Yeah. Past over an hour, I hate driving. Okay. If it's more than an hour, I'm like, God, I hate it. But he came and picked me up. I just sat in the back, went to sleep, and.
Were you in the Miata?
Yeah. Well, I was that little thing. Dozed off, go to sleep, and actually it was his cousin. Okay. That took me, and but I like to say, get some help. Don't do this by yourself, especially when it comes to real estate. I met many people who tried to do this stuff on their own. They lost their money. Their property was willed to somebody else, and all of that nonsense.
If you can do it, just go ahead and pay for it. it'll be much better of a peace of mind. Just pay somebody for it, and it's not that expensive.
How long did it take you to find this house once you decided that you were ready to move?
Maybe. So here's the situation with this house. I fell in love with this house in particular because of Carlos. You're on video with Carlos.
Yes.
Carlos is my neighbor, by the way.
Like, literally next door?
No. Maybe 3 houses down.
Wow. I didn't know that. Okay.
Maybe 3 houses down. So a lot of natural light. I'm working on my plant collection because I know I want to have a jungle in my house when I'm finished. But I fell in love with this house in particular. But when I met Sandy was like, you need to look at other places as well. I did. They didn't do anything for me. So this house was it.
This was it.
This was it.
And I like Sandy. You know, we've done some videos with her. She built houses for a few of our clients and has assisted JoJo. And I like what I like about her is the fact that she was like, hey, let's go look at some more. You know what I mean?
She knows you.
Yeah.
Yeah. She knows I don't know how she does, but she knows what you like.
Exactly.
She knows what you like.
Exactly.
She took me to compress the privada.
I know what you're talking about. I can't pronounce it.
Have you been in that privada?
I haven't been inside. I've been on the outside. And
it is gorgeous.
Wow.
It is gorgeous. But the houses
You didn't like it?
I didn't like the houses.
Okay.
I didn't like the houses. It was so pretty. I love the privada. It was huge. But the houses they were just plain. Just plain. Yeah.
Man.
So
wow.
And she just knew on my face. I was like, She was like, okay, we're going back.
And so you going back. Man. Yeah, so she's really great. And I love her accent. I love and
she's
she
from
dresses
Mexico
City.
City.
Dressing really nice. What did she have on her hat?
Yes.
Really nice lady. So if y'all need some help, definitely reach out to Sandy. I'll put her contact details below as well. Have you met any neighbors and
yes,
pretty friendly people?
Everybody's friendly, but for the most part, no one is from Merida. Most of the people here are from northern Mexico, Monterey, Mexico City, California.
Okay.
But yeah, I haven't met anybody from the Yucatán.
Let me ask you this. A lot of people oftentimes when they see these privadas, they believe and think that these privadas were built for Americans and that majority of Americans live in these neighborhoods. Would you say that's false or true?
I think that's false. Majority of the people that live here and majority of the privadas, they're made for a lot of people. I'm trying to get my words together. A lot of people from Mexico that are moving to Merida. It has nothing to do with the United States, with the exception of probably Las Americas.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, these houses are built for the Mexican community.
I'd agree with that. Because like I say, a lot of folks will comment and say, "Oh, Americans," and blah, blah, blah. Like, man,
it has nothing to do.
It has nothing to do. The previous provider we were in, I think it had like 444 homes, and there were probably only about 5 Americans and 4 Americans and 1 Canadian.
Okay.
In that whole neighborhood, and all of them Mexicans.
I have yet to meet a Canadian. I've heard that they're deep here.
They are deep.
I have yet to meet one.
A lot of them live out there by the beach.
In Chuburna, okay.
They're way out. They definitely in Chuburna.
And they live in Cholul. Oh no, those are the Italians.
I haven't met any Italians.
Yeah,
really?
there's a deep Italian community here in right before you come across the bridge. Okay. What is that? San Pedro?
San Pedro.
Yes. Yeah. A lot of Italians.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Learning stuff new every day.
But I'm the only black female up in here.
Do people look at you strange? Do you feel out of place, uncomfortable at all?
They look at me strange, and I don't think it's because that I'm black. I think it's because of my hair, because my hair is very unusual. And sometimes there's conversations about how did you get your hair to do that. So I don't think it's because of my skin color. I think it's because of my hair texture. So.
Okay. So you definitely feel comfortable.
Oh yeah.
What's the vibe like out here versus, say, because I would call this more country, rural area. What would you compare it to inside of Merida? Do you feel there's a difference?
People that live in Merida think that the people that live out here are country. They do. They think that they're country bumpkins out here. And Merida is not fast paced at all.
It's not. It really ain't. When you break it down, like, it's not. It's not. But there's a lot more traffic going on down in there. A lot more noise.
Yeah.
I say it's a little more relaxed and calmer
here.
Out here. It's rumored to be maybe 2 to 3 degrees cooler here.
Yeah. Well, the joke is we have a permanent cloud here in Conkal. It's always raining. Yeah. It's sunny, but it's always raining.
That is true. So. Have you had any electrical outages yet? Or we had some a couple of weeks ago.
The only ones that I've encountered are the ones that have affected everybody.
Okay. Yeah, I thought we were gonna be out for a while that day.
That day, I was like, it was between 4 and 6 hours.
Okay, that's about what it was. We bought a generator, had it all set up, and it's been working completely fine, but that day, it did not work.
Oh, no.
It did not work, and we spent a day trying to figure it out. 2 days later, the guy came to service it, and he told us, he's like, oh, we forgot to tell you, every 10 days, you might just want to turn it on for 5 minutes or so, because the battery's going to die.
Oh, that's something you needed to know.
I was like, dude, you know what I mean? And so the battery completely died, and they charged it up. It wouldn't work, so they replaced the battery for free. I was grateful for that. And but little minor details that we didn't know.
Yeah, Tansy and I went to the mall and people watched.
So the mall was still had power.
No. We went to La Isla. Part of the mall had power and other parts did not.
Okay.
But we just sat there and people watched. To me, it wasn't any big deal. And I think Conkal came back on before everybody.
I think so. Yeah. We were back up. That was a rarity because normally we'd be last. And because we so far out, supposedly. Speaking of so far out, how far do you consider this far out? Get back into the city of Merida to do the things you want to do? Really? Yes. You think you feel this far? Really?
Because just to go into the periférico, because of the traffic, is a good 15 minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you have a lot of transportation, a lot of vehicles coming in from those really rural cities. Like Conkal is rural, but there are really rural cities. Those people are coming in, and we only have one major road.
That's true.
So it takes about 15-20 minutes just to get to the periférico. So yes.
Okay.
And we don't really have commerce here. There's not a lot of stores here.
There's not a lot.
God willing, because they're supposed to build, right now I think there's 200 houses here in this privada.
Yeah.
They're supposed to add on 2 more areas of the privada. It's going to be 1,700 houses.
17.
Yes. All of that area back there, that jungle, when you drive that street that you drive on, that's all going to be occupied.
God, so they just getting started.
Yes, it's only like 200 houses now. But that's one good thing is if you buy a house and they still haven't completed, your property value goes up.
Exactly.
Your property value shoots up. Yeah, my property went up significantly.
Already.
You better buy a house.
Merida is growing so fast, and like you say, the property values are going straight through the roof.
Yeah.
You know, so if you are in a position to, buy, hey, do it, because you want to make money. The value want to increase, and particularly when you're in these newer developments where they're still adding on and adding additional phases as they sell more homes and as they continue to add the new phases, it just keeps going up in value. So definitely don't delay. Anything you're still adjusting to since making this move here over a year ago?
I'm still adjusting to, I'm trying to be diplomatic about this, to some of the things that need to still be worked on in my house. My house is still settling. This was nothing but jungle area, marsh area. So they pour down the concrete for the foundation, but my house is still settling, and on occasions there's cracks. So I need the people that own the privada, it takes them a while before they come. They're very responsive, but it just takes them a while.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting used to. When I first moved here, I had a flood in my bathroom, my second floor bathroom. Every time it rained, it was a really bad flood. Well, come to find out, when they were installing that heavy marble, I guess it's marble, sink, the countertop, they drilled a hole in the downspout. So every time it rained, I would have water come in. And it took almost a month and a half before they fixed it and figured it out. And here, that's another thing. Here, water means nothing to them.
Yeah.
It means nothing. If you have water coming in your house, they don't care. Water means nothing. You can literally have water just coming through a window. They don't care. It means nothing to them because it's going to dry out sooner or later.
That's the mindset. That is the mindset. I had a lady who moved out of the house because she had some water coming in, and it was a small little puddle. And I was like, girl, she loved the house, but that little puddle drove her crazy. And I'm like, if you're gonna leave this house, you're gonna jump into another one that's gonna have some serious problems,
right?
And like you say, she called them on. It was like a Friday. They went after they answered the phone, acknowledged that, okay, we know the water is on the floor. We'll send somebody to get it taken care of. The next day, she didn't hear from them on the Saturday. Kept calling them, didn't hear from them on Sunday, didn't hear from them. And Monday or Tuesday, they finally made their way out. And like you said, it's a no issue to them. It is not an issue. It's just like, it's going to drop. It's a no issue. And Robert had the same problem, and he was like, man, the people that had this house lived in this house for 10 years. And with water. And they know the water was, they just scoop it up. And that was it. I was like, God.
The house that I was living in, new construction, but the maintenance guy or the handyman, the way he installed the air conditioning units wasn't proper. Water would just constantly come in. And I told my landlord about it. Oh, don't worry about it. My issue was that it was coming in, messing up my furniture. It's all wicker and stuff.
Yeah.
So it put a stain there. But yeah, they're not concerned about it.
No. Yeah. That took me a while to get to adjust and adjust to that type of stuff.
And anything that you need, nothing is a priority.
Nothing.
Don't take it personal, but I have an air conditioning unit that had to be removed and fixed. Your guy. That was 2 weeks ago. In my bedroom. So I don't have an air conditioning unit in my bedroom.
God.
I'm still waiting. nothing is a priority, and I'm still trying to get used to that.
Yeah,
but I paid you to install it, and then I still don't have my air conditioning unit. So, yeah, that's what I'm trying to get used to.
Yeah. It'll
happen when it happens. They'll get to it when they get to it.
They'll get to it when they get to it. And I was trying to get my corporation set up, and same thing. I didn't hear from the guy for weeks. And so I finally decided I'm going to use somebody else. And so I was like, man, what's the issue? Well, I'm waiting to hear back from the government. I didn't hear back from them, so I didn't have anything to tell you.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when they get in touch with me. And I'm like,
yeah, you think they forgot about you, but they didn't.
They didn't.
There's just nothing to report to you.
And they won't report at all.
Exactly.
And I'm like, just tell me that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let me know. I'm thinking you abandoned me and took my money and he was like, that's how it is here. And I'm like, okay, I'm starting to get that.
There is no urgency in the Yucatan.
None. So you own a home. Anything you're looking forward to doing?
Traveling more. We talked about that earlier, but traveling more around Mexico. What is the name of that train?
Mayan train.
I've done that already.
Okay. What was that like?
That was really cool. It's the smoothest. Well, I've only had the Amtrak to compare it to.
Okay.
But the smoothest train ride you all ever had.
Wow.
Oh my God! It was just, you can fall asleep on that thing. No sound. It's so
quiet
clean.
like
It's
that?
so quiet. It's so clean. And when my sister and I, when she came down here to visit me, just the beginning of the September, we had the pleasure of being in the car with execs.
Okay.
So they were making sure that we were okay and everything, but you have to do it. And at some point, it's going to be from Merida. They're going to connect it from the Yucatan to Mexico City.
That'd be nice.
Exactly. Exactly. And because they just finished it to Campeche.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they serve food or drinks on the train?
You can buy food. More so snacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can work with that.
And you can do it online from your phone. You can order the tickets online. Okay. No problems.
Where did you go?
We went to Izamal, the Yellow City.
How long did it take on the
38
train?
minutes. It takes 2 hours by car. So 38 minutes was just
Remember
very
how
simple.
much it costs around about?
I think it was a total for both ways 1,200 pesos.
So about $65. That's not bad. And you can just ride comfortably and just sit back, relax.
Right. And that was based on the priority train. So it could be cheaper if you get a lesser value train or a lesser value car.
So what was the premium train? What was that included?
I think it included the food.
Okay.
So, yeah.
They had Wi-Fi on the train as well?
They did, but at the time it wasn't working.
It wasn't working then. Okay. Yeah, I'm about to try that.
Yeah.
38 minutes.
Yeah, 38 minutes to Izamal. Very nice. Very quiet. You will love it.
I'm going to pull up the schedule and see where else they go. 'Cause I think they do go to Cancun.
They do go to Cancun, Tulum. We're going to try to take a train to Tulum.
Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all be rolling, man.
Yes,
Y'all be out.
Yes.
Wow. I love it. Any words of advice or wisdom for those considering moving abroad or people that might just be on the fence, scared about it?
Okay. I'm going to say, do not let your fears hold you back. Of course, plan for what you want, but don't let your fears hold you back. Don't let other people's fears hold you back because they're not living your life. So they may tell you, it's dangerous in Mexico, or it's dangerous to drive down there. As long as you're planning things out, as long as you're you have your wits about you, you're just not willy-nilly. everything should be fine, but don't let your fears hold you back, because you never know. You never know.
So I know I've spoken to some people that watched the previous interview, and some have made comments in the comments.
One of the comments
about, well, I don't know if I can do that, but you know, she's a cop. You know what I mean? And so she has this special training and she has this confidence about her. You know, what would you say to those people?
Okay, so my background, forget about being, my background of being a cop. What some people don't know about me is I was a teenage mom. I had my first child at age 16. I was told that I couldn't graduate from high school because I had to worry about my child. I didn't listen to those people about that. Then but I had the misstep of getting pregnant at age 24 and I wanted to go to college. People told me not to do that. You couldn't do that because you had 2 kids. Don't listen. If it's something that you want to do, you're going to do it. You're going to push yourself forward to make sure it's done. It really doesn't have anything to do with me being a cop. It's my confidence and my wherewithal of, is this something that I want? And if it's something that I really want, I'm going to make sure that it happens. So if it's something that you want to do, you want to move abroad, you're going to make sure that it happens. There was a young lady that was telling me, oh, I don't know if I can do that because I would have to teach and I don't know if it was true or not, but my child has to have a special level of Spanish before we move here. So why aren't you sitting down with your child every night to make sure that your child learns how to speak Spanish so y'all can get out of the situation that you're in the United States? So if it's something that you want, you're going to make sure that it happens, regardless of me being a cop.
I love, hey, listen.
Former cop.
Follow this lady. Follow JoJo. Subscribe to her channel. I'm telling you. You know, the word of wisdom that she's just shared with you, I mean, it's everything. You know, follow her on her channel, see what she's doing. She's highlighting different aspects of her life here, and just watch it. And I think just in watching her videos and just listening to her, perhaps it'll help give you a little more confidence and courage to kind of get out there and do it. I guess I'm going to put her channel name below in the description and in the comment area. You know, so follow her, post questions there. You know, anything else you got or anything else you feel like sharing? Don't feel like you have to. I'm just making sure.
No, just.
Well, what is your channel about for those that want to know?
My channel is, all right. The foremost reason of why I started the channel was for my family members to let them know, okay, I'm okay. This is what I'm doing. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm not getting in trouble. That way I don't have to report to someone every day over the phone. Then it started to become, okay, well, this is a dream that I have, and I want to share my dream with people and let them know if you follow your dream, if you don't have any fear, again, you can make it, you can manifest it, and you can make it happen for yourself. Now, within a year, I've done everything that I decided that I wanted to do. Now it's time for me to branch off to other things, and now my channel is showing some of the friends that I hang around with, some of the things that I'm doing. But I'm hoping that my channel would be an inspiration. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I've talked to people that watch your videos and they're inspired by it. Okay. You might should consider being a coach or something like that. Life coach.
A life coach. Well, again, my frustration with some people, again, is don't use me to build you up. You should be using yourself just to build you up.
That's true.
So I don't think I can be a life coach because I'm like, if you really had it in you, it's going to be up to you to do what you need to do.
That's true. I
can't help you with that.
That's true. You make a good point.
I can tell you what my struggles are, and where I started from, and where I came from to show you that nothing was handed to me. But yeah, I can't help you unless you want to help yourself.
So it wasn't handed to her. She worked it out. You know what I mean? And you got to put in the work.
You have to put in the work.
You got to put in the work. I tell my kids that all the time. I'm like, man, y'all nobody want to do the work. You know, y'all just want to hand it to you. You work on it for 3 days and then you quit. I'm like, no, you got to put in the work and the effort and the time. Know, so yeah, y'all. If y'all want to make this transition, you know, put in the work, do the research, come visit, check it out for yourself. Don't listen to the naysayers. You know, like I say, if you've done the research and did all the groundwork, then you know what they're telling you. You don't need to listen to it at all.
I'm going to tell you this. Don't listen to anyone that don't have a passport.
Oof.
If someone's giving you advice about leaving the country, first thing you need to ask them is, do they have a passport? Because 50% of the United States, they don't have passports. Ouch. And a lot of the people that told me I shouldn't do this didn't have passports. So don't listen to anybody that's not willing to venture out of the country.
There you go. That's your lesson for the day. Don't listen to anybody that don't got a passport. If they do have a passport, see if they got some stamps in it.
Exactly.
They might not been anywhere yet.
That book may be empty.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate you. Again, subscribe to the channel. Links are in the description and the comments. And I hope y'all found value in this content here. And until next time, y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. Hey, that was awesome. Man, you be nailing it. Oh, that was a good one.
You got over 90,000 views for an hour and a half.
Hey, I hope y'all enjoyed that interview with JoJo. I'm just passing through the privada just to let y'all see what this look like. And as you can see, they're doing some more construction and building over here on the other side. They got this part cordoned off a little bit as they start the next phase of development. And I'm gonna ride down just a little bit. You'll see they got a paddleball court here. And like she said, they're gonna be putting a lagoon up soon. Well, probably next year. You got parks. If you have pets and stuff like that, it's a great area. You can just walk your dogs in the neighborhood. And in the privada, plenty of space to ride around. I got a guy reached out to me the other day wanting to know if there's a safe place to ride bikes in these communities. Yes, I mean, some of these privadas are so big, and I think she said it's going to be like 1,500, 1,400, or 1,700 homes out here. Some of these privadas are so big, I mean, you have plenty of time and space to ride around. Hey. I sent them a message, so I'll let you know when I hear back from them. So this is the pit.
Yes, this is the big girl.
Wow.
Tanzania.
She is big. Is that that's not an American bully, is it?
She's a pit mix,
okay.
Yeah.
Hola. He like, stay in that car. We'll see you later. You too. Bye-bye. But yeah, so we got a little playground. Like I said, you got everything you need here in this subdivision. I'm just gonna ride down one of these streets. So you can see. I think they only put like 10 or 11 homes in a street. So keep things a little quiet and not so crowded and bunched in. So if you're interested in buying, I'm gonna put a link down below. Get in touch with us, and we'll connect you with the right person to help you find your dream home. Like I say, Conkal is beautiful. You heard her, she love it out here. You can walk your pets and ride and let your children hang out and play. So get in touch with me. Let's talk. Let's plan. And let's thrive.